Hello again. This is Tim Sykes with another free video lesson. It is called How to Build a Watch List. Video lesson number 6. Right now, I'm so excited about video lesson number 7. I want to get to it. It's something I've never shared before, but first we have to go over this. This is the last of the basics. And then after this, I'll send you my video lesson number 7, which I've never shared with anybody. I can't tell you how excited I am to finally get it out. But for now, how do you build a watch list? What do you do? This is what I do. I focus on great trading setups. In past videos, we've gone over what are the best chart patterns, how my students are profiting day in, day out, whether they're holding for a day or a week or sometimes a month, whether they're buying or shorting, the right charts, the right company fundamentals. You have to analyze the SEC filings. It's not complex once you understand the framework, but you have to follow these rules. So what do I look for when I'm building a watch list? You know, there's a lot of stocks out there, but you have to narrow them down. I'm looking for volatility. I'm looking for stocks that are in play, that are moving 10, 20, 30, 50% per day. You know, I'm not caring about these companies that might have a miracle cure that's 10 years away. Okay, this is how I made millions of dollars each year now. I focus on what's in play because that's what's going to move. And you don't have to be as quick as you think. You don't need to be there for breaking news. The beautiful thing about penny stocks is that they report good or bad news, and then it takes a few days and sometimes a few weeks for it to sink in for other people to realize the importance. So I'm looking for volatile stocks that are in play. I'm also looking for liquidity. These are big words. I understand. They might scare you. Volatility, liquidity. I'm looking for stocks that are being traded. I don't care if a stock is doubled in one day, but only 1,000 shares traded, meaning, you know, one guy basically bought 1,000 shares and the stock had to double for them to find a seller. That's volatility, but it's not liquid. I need stocks where there's a lot of people so I can go in and out and I can just get the meat of the move. Remember, if a stock is moving, let's say 50% in a day or 100% in a day, meaning it's doubling in one day, I don't necessarily need to double my money. I just want to make some money along the way. And for that to happen, there needs to be some trading volume. I like looking at stocks that are trading by thousands, if not tens of thousands of people. Usually, it trades 1 million shares a day. That's pretty liquid. I like that. And obviously, the best chart patterns. We've gone over this. I don't care about stocks that are mid-range, you know, where if a stock in January is trading at 5 and later that year in December is trading at 10, and, you know, you're looking at it and the stock is trading at 7. That's mid-range. I want a stock either breaking to new lows or breaking out to new highs because that's more predictable, because that's when there are more traders involved and what is the news that's causing the stock to break out to new highs or new lows. Again, this is what trading is all about, successful trading. So what websites do I use? Yahoo Finance is my home page. On one of the little tabs, they change their website around every few months now, so I can't even show you where on the home page it is. But right now, on the right-hand side of the page, you can see like the most active stocks and the biggest percent gainers. And you just click the little biggest percent gainers, and then you get this list, you know, and you see these are the one-day change for the stocks. You know, this stock was up 58% on the day. This is up 40%. This is up 26%. I like stocks that go up 58% in a day. Who doesn't? You know, if you invest $2,000, you're coming out with $3,000 at the end of the day. But this is what I'm talking about. This is volatility, but it's not liquidity. Only 12,000 shares traded that day. That's not enough for me. This is liquidity. 7 million shares traded on the day and 33 million shares traded on the day for this one. So this is what I look for. Yahoo Finance, this is free. You know, you can go to Yahoo Finance. I do all of this stuff every single night. I prepare a watch list for all of my students, all of my subscribers. So, you know, you have two choices. You can be self-sufficient and do this yourself, and I'll teach you how to do it. Or you could just be, you know, lazy, and I'll do it for you, and I'll email you every single night. But it's good for you to learn, actually, at what I'm doing. And this is just a small snippet. You know, I've been doing this for over a decade, so I spend several hours a night. And, you know, you can spend anywhere from 5 minutes to 30 minutes to 5 hours per day, depending on how detailed you want to get and how all-encompassing you want to get and how many plays there are. You know, there are certain times of the year, August and July, are slow for the stock market. There's not going to be that many plays. So go out and enjoy the summer. Here's another website, clearstation.com. This is another free website. It was bought by E-Trade. Little fun fact there. And they have this thing called Tag and Bag. If you go to clearstation.com and you click the little link that says Tag and Bag, it brings you to this. This looks kind of complex, but it's really not. It basically divides up watch lists into the different exchanges, New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, American Stock Exchange, OTC Bulletin Board, or all. I usually click all. I don't like to discriminate against, exchange. I'm equal exchange opportunistic kind of guy. And here's the other thing. So you basically can narrow your searches down based on what's happening with a stock. Remember, I like stocks breaking out to new highs. So this record price high, if I scroll over to 139 stocks and I click that, well, this is a PowerPoint. So when I click it, it does nothing. But if this were a website and I click 139 stocks, it would go and it would show me charts of 139 stocks. And I'm looking for volatile stocks, stocks that are breaking out. You saw the patterns, and that helps me narrow it down. There are thousands of stocks out there, but now there's only 139 stocks in one day that are breaking out to new highs. That's useful. I'm also interested in the price, record price lows and the percentage gainers here. I don't like percentage losers. I don't know if I told you in this video lesson series, but if there's 50% off sushi, I don't want to take the chance of getting sick. Just like when a stock is dropping 50% in a day. It could come back, but you also risk it being very, very bad for you. So I focus on percentage gainers, record price high, and record price low. Those are the three indicators that I use the most. Here's E-Trade Pro. This is another software program that I use. Again, it looks complicated, but they have this high-low ticker. And with all these blue arrows. And lots of different brokers have this in their software where, it basically just keeps track of stocks that are breaking out to new highs and new lows during the day. All these other lists, they're mostly, I check them at the end of the day to build a watch list. This is happening intraday. So when a stock hits a new high in the middle of the day, it goes on this little ticker and you can see what's happening in real time. So then I start researching. All of this is just basically I'm looking at charts, I'm seeing what stocks are in play, and then I decide why is it in play. Are there newsletters pumping it up? Is there good earnings? So there's different catalysts. I also check all the popular blogs. Here's a list of a few of them. They change every few months. Bloggers don't seem to be really dedicated, but thehonestcrook.com, he's one of my students. Investorslive.com, learn short selling from me. Boomwin.com, goodtrades.com, he moderates my website, and tbowen.com is one of my part-time trader students, and he makes over $50,000 a year, even while he runs his internet business, and he has a beautiful family. So these are just a few of these people, and sometimes they post their watch list of stocks that they're watching, which is good. I also check all the popular message boards. There's a lot of websites out there. SiliconInvestor.com, InvestorsHub.com, and TheLion.com are my three favorite message boards. And basically, there's all these people talking about different stocks, and a lot of people are trying to cheerlead the stocks. If you're the CEO of a company or you're invested in a company, you're like, wow, look at this stock. You have to kind of ignore that. But if, let's say, there's 100 people or 200 people talking about one stock, I start looking at it. Then, if that stock is moving that day, if it's up 20 or 50% in a day, then I start looking at the news. What's causing it? Is it these people posting on message boards that's causing it? Or is there good news? So it's all just a filtering process. So I'm using these message boards, I'm using these blogs, I'm using these software every single night. And obviously this is perhaps actually, maybe it's not so obvious, but it's definitely the biggest help that you can have. Use my chat room and real-time trading alerts. My chat room has over 200 traders every single day talking about what stocks are in play. So if you don't want to go and look at all these other websites, I check about 20 or 30 websites every single day, multiple times during the day, because this is how I find stocks that are in play with other traders. My chat room whittles it down even more, because my subscribers, my students, and me, we're all looking for the same kinds of stocks, whether some of us like to buy, some of us like to short, and we don't all, like to trade at the same time. So it's really a cool place to find trading ideas. And then obviously you have my real-time trading alerts too, which are piped into that chat room. So every time I make a trade, within seconds you're alerted. And usually my trades are predicted ahead of time. This is why I send a nightly watch list. And this is the next point. Let me do the hard work for you each night. This is the beautiful thing. You know, again, you can go and look at all of these websites every single night, and you can do this all on your own. And, you know, eventually I want you to become self-sufficient. But at first, it can be a little overwhelming. So let me do it for you. I do it every single day for thousands of people, and I love it. I love helping people save time and give them trading ideas. So with my chat room, with my trading alerts, and with my nightly watch list, these are your 3 best resources. And obviously, you know, you can learn to do this. If you look at my Tim Fundamentals and Tim Fundamentals Part 2 DVDs, those are 2 study guides that I have. They're all about how to build a watch list. They're very, very detailed. Or you can let me do it for you. So you have a choice. You can do a combination. It's kind of cool, but understand that I'm working every single day. I take vacations. I definitely travel overseas, but I never fail to provide a watch list because I know how important it is, and I know how bad it feels when you miss a trade. When there's a great trade and you're like, oh, I didn't see that. I wish I did. Well, that's what I'm here for. And my team, you know, this is why I have several employees now. I write everything, but I have researchers, I have people helping me, and we're just trying to spot good trading opportunities and weed out the bad ones. So, my next video, this was good. Yeah, I think it was pretty good. But my next video is truly amazing, and I have never shared this tactic before. So I'm pretty excited to see what you think of it, and I think that you're going to be pretty much blown away. You know, what I'm trying to do is lay out here a framework of education, which I think I've done. You know, obviously I have newsletters and DVDs where you can further your education, but I love kind of turning that light bulb on inside your brain and saying, wow, I finally get it. So stay tuned for my next video where I think I can make that happen. Thanks, guys.